Pisces, welcome to your reading for March the 28th until April the 6th, 2026. It is going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Let's welcome in the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, our higher selves, and any animal, ancestral, or dragon guides that you may feel resonant with as well, Pisces. Okay, let's have a look here. Wow, Strength card. This card came out in the pre-shuffle. When I asked this deck if it wanted to be in Pisces reading, this is the card that it showed me. So there we go. You are feeling into your strength, your ability to be disciplined, your courage, and you're probably overcoming personal obstacles. Maybe you're overcoming some habits as well that you'd be looking to release. Three of Pentacles. I think this is also about you having the courage to activate your creative self here. You're really kind of courageously, I think, moving out into the world. Maybe slowly but surely. And yeah, offering what it is that you have to offer. Well, let's have a look and see what you're doing at the moment. Well, that's one thing you're doing at the moment. You are, I think, feeling into your inner resources. You also have the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. So there could be something you're nurturing yourself through here. There's some disappointment or sadness. Or there could be someone that's helping you with that. King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. I think an underlying theme here for you, Pisces, is that I think you're realizing that your abundance is in some ways lies with your ability to, or is associated with your ability to activate your creativity here. And anything to do with that cup energy. I think your abundance, you have an abundance of creativity, intuition, and spiritual feeling and spiritual inspiration in what you're doing, Pisces. And I think the underlying theme is that you're going to be utilizing all those aspects of yourself and skills and talents you have in those areas to create some abundance for yourself. And yeah, and this sort of makes sense because at the moment you're really being your own best friend, and you're really activating and moving forward in a courageous way into your ability to collaborate and to be creative and to, yeah, really move into your strengths in those areas, okay? Really nice. That sort of happened recently, and I think you've been doing that for the last few weeks or few months. At the moment, there's a bit of this Five of Cups energy coming in here, which is there's something that's drawing your attention that is, I guess, lower vibration. And I think you can see yourself, this is almost like your higher self here. You can sort of see yourself when you are in this vibration, but your higher self can also see the other, the full cups up here, which is sort of like the high frequency. So I think you're in this position, Pisces, of being able to observe yourself in different states of consciousness, and you also know what to do in order to change yourself. You change your state of consciousness to change your frequency, okay? Because you have a lot of strength here, okay? And this is also, I think, wisdom and understanding as well. General direction moving forward is this beautiful Page of Cups and Six of Cups. So I think whatever you're dwelling on here in your 5, Pisces, is that this stuff here is probably not helping you to feel into your inner child energy or inner creativity, spiritualness, and your, intuition. But this is the general direction moving forward. So I think at the moment you're holding space for yourself to move between these two frequencies, like the lower and the higher, okay? And you're observing yourself going backwards and forwards between these frequencies as you go about your day, go about your weeks, and go about your tasks. But overall, you will be gradually shifting into this beautiful higher frequency, which is the Six of Cups, inner child, and the Knave of Cups, Page of Cups, which is, once again, very much, it's doubled up on the Page of Cups, hasn't it? This is the underlying theme, okay? You've got 2 pages of cups here. Your inner child, creative, your inner child is very creative and spiritual, Pisces, okay? And this is what you're moving into, general direction moving forward, which is just really awesome. Let's have a look here. Let's see possible outcome. You've got the 8 of Cups here, come face up, so we'll grab that. Yeah, and I think, given that you've activated your strength and your self-discipline here and activating your creativity, and that's the general direction moving forward, you're getting more creative and more spiritual, okay, as the things you do. It's your 8 of Cups, you're going to move towards that. There is something in that is fulfilling for you, and you're going to keep moving in that direction. I'm just going to grab one off the top here. Page of Swords. So I think in moving forward, there's also going to be other things that spark your curiosity, or maybe there will be new projects or new things that you'll do that you'll feel curious about. And this is kind of like a curious child energy too. So it could well be that you've got your Page of Cups, which is your spiritual and your creative inner child. And here we have your Page of Swords, which is your inner child, that maybe it could be like the writer or the communicator or the spiritual, receiving the spiritual insights, okay? So there's that part of you as well that I think is going to evolve as a result of your creativity being activated here. You also got the 2 of Cups in your challenge and the Chariot. Some nice watery energy there in your challenge. So the 2 of Cups and the Chariot, this is about you preparing. This is a major arcana, so you're preparing for a bigger transition. Or actually, let me rephrase that. What you're going through at the moment, Pisces, and activating your inner childlike creativity, is that is in preparation. It's part of the preparation for you to take an even bigger step in your evolution. And it could also be that down the track you're going to, meet a person that you're going to be really resonant with, if you haven't already. But this could also be an even deeper connection with yourself that is going to happen as a result. But at the moment, there could be difficulty, perceiving this or seeing it, because sometimes we can, be a bit stuck in what we're doing, and we can go into 5 of Cups and think, I don't know if I should be doing this, or I can't sort of get the progress going that you want to, or if other people aren't on board with what you're doing, that can be a challenge. So once those low vibrational feelings and thoughts start to come in, that's when it could be difficult for you to realize or see the importance of this preparatory phase that you're in, Pisces, because it is preparing you spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally for a moving forward into doing even bigger things. When I say bigger, it's probably even more far-reaching and more, stepping into your 5D self is what that could be. So that's what you're preparing for, I think. as you're activating all these beautiful spiritually connected aspects of yourself. And you are observing yourself doing that at the moment, but you're also observing yourself participating in the low frequency and kind of going backwards and forwards. Spirit guidance, we've got the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Did we already have the Knight of Cups? Oh, no, we had the Page of Cups. So let's grab another one off the top here. Four of Wands, that's nice. Okay. Let me just pop this over to the side. Yeah. So Nine of Swords. So Spirit's saying, yeah, this low vibe energy, which is, could be getting you down at times. If this sort of snowballs and if it kind of perpetuates, it might lead you into some stressful thoughts, or maybe these are energies going on around you that you may be picking up on, Pisces, and you are a mutable water sign, so you're very receptive to other energies and perceptive, okay, empathic and telepathic. And Spirit's saying that, in equal measure, if not more, you also have, if you can tune into them, this is almost like speaking to me now of spirit guides, of your spirit guides are many, and they are very loving, and they are lovingly supporting you. So it's about tuning into that, as well as any other people around you that you feel resonant with. They could be people online, people in your community, people in, different situations that you come across. And this is about, Four of Wands, lightening the mood, having some fun, and sort of celebrating, how far you've come, Pisces. So once again, there's this choice of frequency, but you're almost a master of frequency, Pisces, because I think this is part of your strength. You have been creatively adaptable. Just as you observe yourself here, your higher self is observing your ego going from low frequency to high frequency, okay? And this is what this is sort of saying, is that the low frequency is always there, but the extent to which you participate in it, attach to it, or enmesh yourself in it, Pisces, is really up to you. And that's kind of what Spirit's saying, because the interesting thing is that, you've got one of these low vibe cards, but you have two of these. So this is your ability to use your inspiration, your passion, to put yourself in an environment or a situation that's going to really lift your frequency and give you some joy. And also you have spirit guides or other people that love and care for you. But this is also about devotion. So it's like, what are you choosing to devote yourself to? We could put this in the middle. It's devotion to the low frequency or devotion to the high frequency. And it's about how you're going to, which frequency you're going to align yourself with, okay? And the ability to master these different frequential states is this part of this preparation for you moving forward. I think this is a position of leadership, Pisces, that you're going to move into. There's something about this Chariot that is that's down the track for you that you may not be seeing at the moment, hence it's in your challenge. But yeah, and there may be another, maybe there's a person down the track that you're going to go into business with. But whatever skills or talents or abilities and things that you're activating within yourself at the moment, it's going to be, they're important for what's to come, okay? So let's look at the bottoms of the decks. Six of Swords, yep, moving to peace, harmony and balance is the Six of Swords. So you are moving towards something that is more harmonious. And you remember your underlying theme was that you're also using your creativity to create physical and material abundance, okay, as well. Nine of Cups, beautiful, emotional fulfillment. And I really love this because it kind of extends on from that Five. Whilst you are being wise and holding space for yourself and looking after yourself as you go through this, you know, shifting of frequencies. This is what you're working towards, the Nine of Cups, ultimately, emotional fulfillment, okay, which is just really awesome for you right now. Seven of Wands. This is about you creating the boundaries that you need to, Pisces, that will enable you to move into this general direction moving forward, which is your inner child. This is a very high frequency, source connected, very intuitive, creative, spiritual zone, okay? And you may need to put up boundaries so that you can give yourself time and space to be in that, okay? Yeah. I don't mean being defensive. I mean making sure you carve out the time and the space and have the energy to participate in that energy that's open to you, that is within you, that's wanting to express, to come out, okay? And this is the Five of Swords. So always that potential for the sword energy, the conflict energy, which is sort of, you know, a little bit like the Nine of Swords. But once again, this can be kind of talking about an egoic energy. So it's about alerting yourself to the ego. It's interesting that the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups are kind of in this reading, isn't it? Because this is, you know, you're observing yourself with your Queen here going between the emotional highs and lows. But this is almost about the, you know, the thought processes, the highs and lows of the thought process. So whilst one minute you could be feeling like you're on top of the world and there's, you know, you have all lots of thoughts around that, then the next minute it might be that you're thinking that, oh, you can't do this or that, and you're going through the analysis process of why it's impossible for you to do what it is to do. You know, this is the ego's little dramatic conversations. So Spirit's saying, you know, listen to those thoughts if they are creating dramas in your mind. It's a little bit like the emotional dramas here, and they can be very closely connected. So it's about, once again, being the observer and observing yourself through that, which, you know, you have the strength and the mastery and the ability to observe yourself. You observe your own consciousness, Pisces, which is really awesome. And yeah, so I hope that's been helpful. I think we're going to wrap it up there. Yeah. I look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.